Oh. 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 Going down to lotus feet of Gurudev, and with blessings of Maharshi Parashara and all the sages who have given us this knowledge, let's continue our studies. So, what did we learn last time, and where are we right now? What happened in the last class?
We did an analysis on Mahatma Gandhi's chart.
Acha. Okay, good. So, what do we do today? Divisional charts and finish.
No,
No, we'll do divisional chart, but we'll not finish it.
Anya, we discussed last time that we will do more deep dive into that, into Mahatma Gandhi's
Volume
horoscope.
from my end, is it less or is it okay?
Little less.
Little less. Okay, let me see. Is it okay now? Better? Or is this fine?
This
This is
fine,
okay?
Anna. Yes.
Yeah. Before we go deep into any other charts, let's just understand our how are we going to read the chart little more in detail, and then we can do that. So to read a chart, you need to see four things that we already understood. First one is you need to know about the graha, you need to know about the rashi, you need to know about bhava, and then varga chakra or divisional charts. Very simple, bifurcation. Next comes here, all other three are dependent on navagrahas. Without graha, no point in reading the rashi. What will you do with it? Without graha, there is no point in reading bhava also. Means what will you read with? So, if you take everything starts and ends with grahas, navagraha, correct? So how do we understand these grahas? It's quite confusing if you really just take up a chart and start reading. You will really not know where to start, when to start. And there is lot of definitions all around, You go to the universe of Jyotishya learning and you switch on YouTube. Once you put in, what does each graha mean over, there's a flood of videos for you, and one point of time you'll be totally confused because somebody says eighth house is bad for this particular graha but then very good for the other graha, and like this you have multiple definitions. Means you have so many definitions. If you have to remember all those definitions and come up with a analysis of some sort, then you should be a genius within 1000 IQ, because it is practically impossible to remember so many variations, permutations, and combinations. What is the best way then? When you learn to drive, you don't learn, okay, tomorrow I am going to this particular circle, how am I going to turn right? Or how am I going to turn left? Do you study like that? There is no point in it, because you need not go always in the same route. Are you able to understand? What you need to do for driving, to learn driving, you need to learn the basics of driving. You need to know what is clutch, what is brake, what is accelerator, what is gear, how the car drives, how to make out the distance. If you learn all that, you go in any road, you'll be able to drive. Means you can manage, right? Yes or no? Over a period of time, you drive more, experience will treat you well. In the same way, when we are supposed to read the charts, if you go on with the combinations, or this graha in this house, what will happen? This graha in this rashi, what will happen? First house, Surya, what will happen? Second house, yeah, means you can go in that way, but it will make you really confused. At least that's how I learned it. Means not like the way I'm telling now. I learned it by understanding what it does, what accelerator does, what clutch does, what gear does, what brake does. You learn that. Then it is just a matter of applying all this at different scenarios. That was my way of learning. Do you know how I learned astrology? Should I tell or not?
Yes.
Nobody is
Yes.
interested,
Yes,
so
Anna.
I will not.
Yes. 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 Please.
I was my spiritual guide used to tell me, Swami Suryapaji, for a very long time, that you should learn Jyotishya from past at least few years. He used to tell me almost more than a decade. But then mind is weird. It doesn't understand all these concepts. People with higher state of living, they know what's going on, so they know this person does this well, so they say. But your logic doesn't really tell you. I was a musician for a long time, so I thought, I'm a musician, I'm into music, what astrology and how will I relate to it? No, it doesn't work like that for me. But then, since he told me, I follow him a lot, so I said, okay, fine, let me put an effort and see. First time I did that, maybe about 14, 15 years back, 16 years back, I don't know. I don't even remember the number. About 16 years back, I guess. Nothing went into my brains. Means I read the first, what you say, sheet of Parashar Hora Shastra and slept off. That was the end of it. He kept on telling me for a long time, and then again, maybe about 7-8 years back, again I took it up. Then again I started, maybe I went through for 6-7 pages, then again I slept off. I said, yeah, go man, this is not for me. I actually started studying Jyotisha 3 years back. 3.5, 4 years back. Now, you may find it very interesting. There are people who have studied for 30 years, 40 years, and It so happened one fine day, I don't know what happened, and it just dawned into me that now even Swamiji stopped telling me. But then it came to me that I should study. This time there is something different. I didn't sleep. I went on to read. So for first 15 days, I didn't understand a thing. Means it was beyond any comprehension. I don't have a guru as say for astrology only. I just have a spiritual guide, and I use all that spiritual concepts into astrology. That's it. So first 15 days, nothing went into my brain. Means it was like, but I didn't give up. I used to study from morning 6 to evening 7, 8, 9, doesn't matter. Then after 15 days or 16, 17 days, I don't exactly remember the number. But till then it was confusion. Means I take up the chart, I don't understand. I go and see YouTube videos. Everybody is contradicting, means each one is contradicting the other one. Means it doesn't make any sense. So nothing made sense. Means this is absolutely illogical knowledge was this at that time for me. There should be some, some structure to it. No structure. Everybody is talking nonsense. Then I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it just started flowing. Means I don't have words to explain that. I don't know how. What came into me, I have no idea. Within a month, I went to Kamal Shile. There is Durga Parmeshwari temple. And of course, by that time, I was doing a lot of Devi sadhana, chantings. And that helps a lot, by the way. Any kind of sadhana you do, that is what guides you. So I do Devi sadhana. So it just worked for me there. And I was just sitting. It was hardly 1.5 months I started studying. I went, 1 week I stayed there and I spread all my books, and whatever you're seeing now, this whole, I share that, slides. It was done there. After that, I didn't touch it again. So what I thought, I went there, I sat, I said to myself, this is all BS. Sorry to use the word. This is not how you're supposed to learn a knowledge. You should know what you're studying. There should be some logic to it. That's when this whole set of slides came in. I brought in all the information I studied for 2-3 months and then brought it into a form of slides. And the funniest part was, at that time, there were a couple of people who saw me studying. They said, can you share some knowledge with us also? You're doing something. So I started just explaining what I studied. This is hardly 1.5, 2 months after I started studying. In about 3 months' time, I had about 40 to 50 people studying. I don't know how. In about 6 months' time, I had already seen about 1,000 chats. By now, I lost a number now. I think more than 5,000 chats. So every week I see about 50 to 60 chats. So why I'm telling you this is, how to learn is a very important, I learned how to learn. If you know how to learn, you can do anything. One more interesting example for you is, it's quite, it's just to inspire you, nothing to boast. Everybody can do this. My background is again music. I'm not into mechanical or engineering or anything of that sort. We do some small manufacturing of some acoustic material, so we need to press with heat, and that's my job. I run a company. So about a year back, somebody said, we are not giving you the material anymore. We were buying from him and installing it in different studios and home theaters and whatnot. In a critical moment, that fellow said, we are not applying anymore. So from then I started doing some research. If we can manufacture it, that would be easy. Last 1 month back, we already did a prototype which was working, manufacturing machine. In last 1 month after my accident, it was a free time. I had enough free time to read. So I studied artificial intelligence, AI, for some time. I understood how to go about with this ChatGPT and Cursor AI and whatnot. And now, as of I speak today, there is a fantastic machine. It's a 2-axis CNC which we have made, which works on a computer. It has a complete computer interface. We have made about a 6 feet by 4 feet machine, which with computer, you can tell the machine what to do at what time. It comes down, it presses the machine, it goes up, one more material come in, it will press by its own. So it's an automated setup. So in 1 month, we were able to do it. No engineering background, nothing. Maybe I lost a little bit of money in understanding what is it here and there, but that's not the point. 1 month back, I didn't know what is a threaded rod. So if you are really interested in learning, you can do it like this now, because the kind of information you get, but you should know what information to take, from where you have to take, how much you have to take, and how much you have to use. And this happens only with divine interference. Why I told you all this is you should know how to learn. And how to learn happens when you have divine guidance. Otherwise, you will end up in a place where you get wrong information. There are people who are teaching astrology for 6-7 years and students have not been taught how to read a chart yet. I'm not exaggerating. It's going on. Are you able to understand this? It's not just me, anybody can do it. Some level of karma has to be there from behind. Otherwise, you have to develop it. That's it. Yeah. So, your approach has to be logical. At the same time, you have to have full faith on the non-logical part of it, that is a divine. It's a very, very, fine balance you have to strike. You have to question, why is it like this? At the same time, you should have faith that the divine will guide me. Why is it like this? You cannot question the existence of the divine. You will never get the answer. You need to have that faith that the divine will guide you in understanding the concept. At the same time, you should logically question it. Why is it like this? Because what happens most of the time, it's either that or this. People get into so much of bhakti that they don't question. Then you cannot understand a subject like Jyotishya. I mean, bhakti is very good. I'm not telling it's wrong. But you cannot understand a logical concept like Jyotishya. Very difficult. But if you get into a mode of only logical understanding, you don't have bhakti, then you will not have the enough, guidance from the divine. Then you cannot understand the concept. You're only running behind the, 1 + 1 is 2. But unfortunately, we are talking everything which is spherical in nature. So that will not hold good. Everything is recurring. So you need to have a balance of faith and logic. Then you will get fantastic answers. So coming back to our studies, how do we take it further? All of you have to start doing some kind of chanting if you really want to excel in, Jyotisha. Some kind of chanting. Means those who have got initiation of Gayatri Japa, do that. That's the most powerful chanting you can do for learning Jyotisha. Because you get Surya's blessings, you know what is Jyotisha. Any other knowledge for that matter, but we are talking about Jyotisha right now. Second thing is, have a very good strategic approach towards your learning. If you want to understand the car, don't start from the tire. Start from what is a car, how does it look, overall, what do you use the car for, and then you go into the details of each part of the car. Our education system is you start learning from the rubber. What does a rubber do? Where and all you use it. By the time you come to car, you would have lost interest in everything. So first you understand the overall idea of astrology. Then you understand the concepts. We are learning Jyotisha in terms of reading the chart. So we'll keep that as our focus. Then we divide it into multiple parts. How do we read the chart? Then we already saw Parashara Maharshi has told us 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 are important. Out of this 4, always remember this structure. Because we tend to forget the structure. We always want to read something. So remember the structure. Without getting full information of all these 4, you are never going to get answer. Are you able to understand this? Your study is incomplete if you don't understand these 4 parts. You can never read the chart. So you need to always remember these 4 things. Graha, Rashi, Bhava, Varga Chakra. No doubt about it. This is my way of studies. So since you are studying with me, it will be your way now. Second thing very important is, this is what I have understood now. There is no bad graha, there is no good graha. So the one thing which you have to develop is being non-judgmental. If you are judgmental, you want to read the chart with that judgment, you will always lose. When you want to read your chart, you want everything to happen good, so you also want every graha to be good for you. You read it that way. So you'll get biased. First, put it inside your brain. No graha is bad, no graha is good. They are just translating your karma in 9 different ways. That's it. You have 9 flavors. They mix those flavors and give you the result. Very simple. It could be harsh or it could be good. It is up to your karma and your definition of what is good and what is bad. I used to give this example before. You know, this, what you say, the piercing of ear. It's done at a very young age in India. Even men get it done. Nowadays, it's not happening much, but it used to be there. But women, for sure, they get it done. So for me, I never got it done. But by the time I realized I have to get it done, then I was so afraid that it is going to hurt. Then I didn't get it done for a very long time. About 3-4 years back, I got it done. Then I understood it's just a pinprick. But the point is, with my reference point, I was thinking that this will hurt. So my definition of pain was at that threshold. Now, there are other parts of the world where people are there who get this piercing done all over their body. I don't know where and all they get it done. For them, the threshold of pain is totally different. Are you able to understand this? So whenever you go to different reference point, you get to study that their universe at that reference point. The grahas are separate for their own world. Even though it's the same grahas who are working, for them the reference point is different. My reference point is different than your reference point. You cannot judge somebody else's life with your reference point. Are you able to understand this? Of course, we need some level of reference for everybody. Otherwise, it will be chaos. That's why dharma is there. There should not be chaos anymore. You need 1 meter, you should have some value for 1 meter. Otherwise, anybody can come and say, oh, this is 1 meter and this is 1 meter. So that chaos should not be there. That's why you have reference. But apart from that, you cannot judge anyone from your reference point. The first thing you have to drop in learning Jyotishya is you have to drop judgment. Ayyo, how can this person have extramarital affair so bad? No judgment. Getting my point? You may not like it, doesn't matter. Our government may not approve it, doesn't matter. Because you are reading a chart. Doesn't matter, doesn't mean that you have to do it. For reading the chart, I am telling you whether it is good or bad. That's it. No judgment. So, in terms of graha also, there is no bad graha, there is no good graha. They can give bad results, they can give good results depending upon their state of existence, like any other human being. Correct? Like how human beings are. They can be good for some people, they can be good for some other people, bad for other people. Sometimes they may be good, sometimes they may be bad. Correct, no? Before marriage, husband used to come pick up 30-40 kilometers away, no problem. After marriage, coming to kitchen is a big difficulty. What to do? Reference point has changed. Yes or no? So reference points keep changing. Graha, when you say good or bad, there is no good or bad. That's why I have told all my students to Negate if you have learned something. Stop thinking grahas as malefic and benefic. You cannot define grahas as malefic and benefic at all from their core definition. Shani need not be a beneficial graha or a malefic graha. It can be both also. Or it can be neither. It can be something else. But it can only be good or bad for your reference. End of the day, Shani is just Shani. So what we have to do to understand the chart, we have to first understand how are we going to define if this graha is going to give good results or bad results. Correct? Anything to my reference that gives pain is bad. That is my understanding. Anything that gives me happiness is good. Correct? Yes or no? But that doesn't mean the graha is good or bad. For that we need to know what state that graha is in. That is called avastha. What? Avastha. All of you understand this very, give full attention and understand this point. There are two parameters which defines your chart reading. One is your avastha, second one is your shadbala. You go to your office one day and the boss is scolding big time everyone. What do you say? Oh, today boss is in bad mood. Correct, no? The avastha of boss is bad today. You are, there's a fight going on. You want to go and stop that fight, but you are unable to do it. Then what you say? I don't have the strength to stop this. Correct, yes or no? Huh? So the second point which is required is strength. So avastha and bala. These two are the ones which will define your chart's full result. Is the graha in good avastha or in bad avastha? If it is in good avastha, is it powerful to give that good, result? If the graha is in bad avastha, still is it capable of giving bad results? This is where most of the people get confused. The moment you say 7.5 Shani, oh, gone case, Shani is bad, he is going to create havoc in my life. For you, Shani would be in a very good state. Your 7.5 will be very good, don't worry. You may actually get good results. Guru Chandra coming together, oh, celebration. Every time you go to a Jyotishi in Rashi Chakra, there will be Guru Chandra, oh, Gajakesari Yoga. That poor fellow is waiting for his Gajakesari Yoga from past 60 years. He will be telling God, at least before I die, I want to see this Gajakesari both together. Yeah, what Raj Yoga, people are belted upon the moment. The easiest way to make money is, oh, you have Gajakesari Yoga, we have to activate it. Oh, this fellow thinks, oh, next year over, gone case. Postponing, one of the most talented people who can postpone is politicians. More talented is astrologers. Every time you go to an astrologer, another 6 months you see how your life will be. Huh? So, all these generalized things will not work. There is one more, this crazy thing. More Uchagrahas, more powerful the person is. I have seen people come to me, 5 Grahas Ucha. That fellow is doing nothing and lazing around at home. They called me to complain. This fellow is not doing anything, please help. All Uchagrahas. Nothing. Uchagraha, no power. What will he do? Strength has to be there, no? You may have a Ucha Graha, active. Active doesn't mean strength. That's why I always give example of a child. A small baby of 4 years or 5 years, it can run extremely active. You ask mothers, they will tell how active they are. They'll not allow them to sleep. They will not allow them. See, one is sitting there. See how active it is. 2 minutes it cannot sit quite. Oi, Gundo. But do they have strength to do anything? That's why you use the word papa. The small kid papa, it cannot do anything. They can only be active. Are able to understand this? But then you may have the most powerful person at home. Husband, Sunday morning, 6 o'clock. Or, sorry, 6 o'clock nobody has seen nowadays in the morning. Let us say 11 o'clock. Having a cup of coffee. May be powerful. He may be the boss, CEO of a company. At that time he is sitting, sipping a cup of coffee. Wife says, Ayo, there is no kotamri sappo. He says, Goma, I am not going to do anything. You understood? There may be power. No activity. What will you do? Are able to understand this? Now you have these great terrorists who are terrorizing people, very active, very powerful. But avastha is horrible. Yes or no? Bad avastha. So they create trouble for others. Then you have the most ultimate breed of existence, that is middle class of India. No activity at all. They are happy with what is going on, one loop they are in. So no responsibility, no leadership, nothing. Voting also they don't go. Who will go for voting? I don't care. Whomever we vote, Modi comes, Manmohan Singh comes, Yogi Adityanath comes, how does it matter? We have to pay our tax. I have to pay for tomato milk. Over. I keep telling like this, the most relaxed people on this planet is Kannadigas. I am a Kannadiga, I am telling you. Chill, relax, 1960s, 50s and all, they made this BHEL, BEML, HAL, every possible, companies from, funded by the government. Now it is, the case is different, by the way. I am talking about then at that time. Go aram, say 11 o'clock, nobody cares. My uncle used to say 11 o'clock they would go to HAL. 4 o'clock they'll come out. Half the time they'll be in canteen. You expect HAL flight to fly somewhere. Where will it go? So that was the state. Means it's like everybody's relaxed, chill. Especially the southern part of India, because every time there was an invasion which happened, most of the time North India people fought. By the time they come to South India, they would have fought so much that the one who invaded also go back. They are tired. So there is no, only place you get enough number of temples is in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, the southernmost states. Because those Mughals could not really come and, they lost interest by that time and they lost the power also. So now we are not really so much active. If you go to Punjab, Delhi, Amrut, very active people. The moment you say, fight, they'll all get up. Oh, because it has come in the DNA. Papa, their ancestors have really fought. Every invasion they have fought first. We are relaxed, chill people. So avastha is very, very important. What avastha the graha is in? Is the graha that uncle on a Sunday afternoon or 11 o'clock in the morning reading newspaper? Or is the avastha of the graha like that young, small baby roaming around? Are you able to understand this? So once you know the avastha of the graha, Then you check, is this graha capable of giving the result? Then you know exactly what the graha is doing. You got the point? And also now you know already what each Rashi and what Bhava they are in. Now you can connect that. Surya can influence two houses. One is where the Surya is, other one where he is looking at. Correct? And one more he can influence is wherever he is the lord of, Adipati. So three houses he is directly influencing. Yes or no? You know the avastha of Surya, you know the bala of Surya, then you know these three houses how they are going to work. Are you able to understand this? But it becomes little more complicated when you go to the other grahas, like Guru. Now Guru has three drishtis. So primarily 4 houses he is responsible for. And his own house. But means own house means wherever he is in need not be his own house. So Guru can be anywhere. So he is responsible for where Guru is and for his own house and for the other 3 drishtis where he is looking at. Now what happened? 3 plus 1 plus 2, 5 houses. So Guru has a capacity. Now you see your Guru's power. Is Guru capable of giving result or not? We know a thumb rule. Below 100, not so powerful. Above 100, it can give you results. Just for the sake of understanding, we'll keep it like that. Correct? Yes or no? Then these 5 houses you know, Guru is going to, like for example, some 130 Guru, very powerful. Then you know, oh, these 3 houses Guru can give me result. In which avastha he is? Guru is sitting with Shukra, agitated. So even though his powerful problem is going to give you trouble. Are you able to understand this? This is the way you have to approach the chart. First you go to the chart, you see which avastha this graha is in, which uncle, auntie, boy, girl, whatever it is, that avastha, and then you go into the strength of it. Then you understand which houses this graha is influencing. Then you know that is what is the influence of this graha on these houses. Number 1. Number 2, if you have multiple grahas coming together, of course there is a graha yuddha, war is going on. Then whoever is more powerful is winning. Over. So if Guru is influencing 5 houses, but then there are 2 more houses where other grahas are more powerful, that means Guru can't really do much there, other grahas are doing there. So minus 2. So Guru cannot influence much there. It happens a lot. That's why again Gajakesari Yoga, full Gajakesari happening in 10th house, very powerful. That's what people say. Guru and Chandra coming together in 10th house, oh, work has to be, he should become Elon Musk in next morning itself. Nothing. Your 10th house lord is more powerful than Guru and Chandra, and he is Shani. He is with Surya in 6th house. Gone case. No Gaja, no Kesari. Are you getting my point? Because the Lord is more powerful. Or somebody who is looking at that house is more powerful. You got the idea? So you have to use all this as a simple logic. I am telling you, don't worry about all this dasha. Don't worry about, what do you call, yogas. Don't worry about all this. This is the basic principle. You follow this, you read 100 charts, 101st chart, you see how beautifully you will understand the chart. Very simple. Got it? You already know what is Shadbala. At least to a certain extent you know. It's a number. Very simple. You know Navagrahas. Now we will talk a little bit about Avastha. You combine all this over, you get fantastic results. You can really understand almost 70 to 80% of the chart with this. You don't need anything else. And you combine it with divisional charts, you have won the game. Precise. Got the idea? So Shadbala will tell you the power of the graha. Avastha will tell you the state of the graha. Now in state of the graha, there are different avasthas which have been told by Parashara Maharshi. Okay, we'll just go through the slide once and then we'll see if we can understand from there. I forgot where have I put the avastha in this. Oh, it's here itself, I think. Yes, state. So this we understood, right? Bala. There are 6 types of strength. Sthana bala, kala bala, dig bala, drig bala, cheshta bala, naisargika bala. Sthana bala is placement, where the graha is. Kala bala is the time of the graha. And then direction, which direction the graha is. Aspect, drig, drushti, that is taken very seriously. Motion, cheshta, now I spoke, no, retrograde, straight movement and all this. And inherent nature, naisargika bala. You put all these together, you add it, you will get Shadbala. The number which you see in the chart, Shadbala, is a combination of all these 6. Each one of this has its own bifurcations, except for Naisargika Bala. Rest everything has more divisions. So they give all that and then you come back to the number. That is, you can understand that when we go to it, but that is not necessary for beginners. Then comes Avastha. In Avastha, there are 3 or 4 categories. Just because one avastha says it's not in a good state doesn't mean other avastha is also bad or good is good. It can be that in one it's a different avastha, and in other it may give a different avastha. Are you able to understand this? Now important thing to know is whatever gives avastha also gives bala. So it is generally easy to get confused. For example, this age related. This gives more information about the strength of the graha and less about the avastha itself, if you see it that way. But it gives very good information about this if you want to take it as avastha. 0 to 6 degrees or 24 to 30 degrees in even Rashi. Odd and even is what? Mesha is odd. Vrishabha is even. Odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. From there, that's it. Everybody knows odd and even, no? So in odd Rashis, if a graha is 0 to 6 degree, it is in Shishu Avastha, child. It's just born. When you are born, what happens? What did I say? We were discussing, no? For a child, what is the Avastha? Strength is very less, but very active. Correct? Strength is less, but very active. Now, lot of people have this question. Oh, Shadbala shows it is very high, but you say it is in Shishu Avastha. How is this working? Because other states have given it more strength. So now what happens? But it is very strong. Are you able to understand this?
We lost you in the middle, Anna.
You lost me, I'm here. Can you hear me
You
now?
were not audible. It was network problem.
We
Now
couldn't
Yeah, am I
hear,
audible
so
now?
we have to
yes.
Hello,
repeat.
hello.
Now you're audible.
Okay. So, see this last, don't give too much of importance to this quarter, half, full, some, none. Because it is only for calculation of Shadbala you use this. Getting my point?
We have one query here.
Huh.
Graha is in, let us say, 5 degree.
Yeah.
So it is in Shishuvastha.
Yes.
And that has already led to this, already been a part of strength also, Shadbala.
Huh.
So independently, can we use this? Because this has already been taken care in the Bala.
It's for Bala you have taken, no? For Avastha you should use this. For Bala you have taken. That's why I told you this last column of result,
We can
quarter
leave it.
half, is already calculated in Bala. So don't worry about this. But this is important. What? The Avastha. You see, for Shishu Avastha, the quality of the Graha is different. For Yuva Avastha, the quality is different. Getting my point? See, I told you now. I gave that example to the child, no?
Yes. Taking example of any Graha, let us say Mangal Graha in 4 degrees
Yeah,
at the birth time. So it was Shishuvastha.
correct.
So that means it will behave like a Shishuvastha in
Yes.
It
for the
should be in the
personality of.
All related to
odd
Shishu, that qualities will be there.
Okay.
Innocence will be there. At the same time, little bit of what you say, fickleness will be there. No rootedness, which is associated with a Shishu. Correct. You don't expect a
And
Shishu to be very, what you say, mature. Do you?
fair, right. And strength is completely independent. He could be very strong, but in
It
the
could
Shishuvastha.
strength it could be less here because it is in Shishu Avastha. But other balas may give good power to it. So the Mangala could be very powerful. That's why some people will be very innocent but angry. Shishu Avastha gives innocence to Mangala, but very powerful angry. What to do with it now? Correct, no? Next. Any other question before we move further? So
One thing
next
here,
Avastha.
one quick question. So we are reading Rashis from the birth Rashi only, right? It will change when I look at the current
Lagna.
Lagna Rashi. No, I'm talking about this. Lagna is the birth time only. Everything is read from the birth chart, the Graha's placement as per the birth only,
Correct.
right? So it will change with time. Let us say, if at a current situation, it will be very much different.
That is called Gochara.
Gochara we have
transit.
not yet started.
We are not started.
Fair enough, right? Yes.
This is when you are starting your journey from your home. If your car is fully loaded, if you have full petrol in it, if you have enough air in it, that is the state of your car at the time of birth. But as you move further, there can be a puncture, there can be, a stoppage for food, or you can have, like me getting into an accident, something happening there, anything can happen. That is the journey. Correct. So, here we are talking about the quality. So, we'll keep it to only quality. Don't make it into strength. That strength will be calculated in Shadbala. So, don't get confused. Okay. Very clear difference is there. What is strength and what is quality? So 6 to 12 degree in odd rashis will be Kumar Avastha, adolescence. In adolescence, what happens? Still there is no enough maturity. You are all imagining things. An adolescent will, I'll become a bus driver. I was thinking bus driver is the most happening job in life. Adolescence, that's how I was feeling. I used to roam around everywhere, tell and I'll become a bus driver or a police officer. So you start romanticizing all these stuff which you think is nice at that time. Correct? So that is 6 to 12 years. 6 to 12 degrees. Then comes your 12 to 18 degrees, Yuvavastha, where the most of the activity happens in Yuvavastha. You are actually very active. So in Yuva is when the most happening things, get a job, get married, make children, and everything happens. It happens in Yuvavastha. So the quality is what? Lot of activity. And Yuva, lot of strength also. Youth power is there. Correct? That fire of youth is there. Quality of youth is associated with this. 18 to 24, Vriddhavastha. When somebody is old, more maturity has come now to the Graha. Now the Graha is not as stupid as it was in child state. Mature. Are you able to understand this? And next is Mrutavastha. Now Mrutavastha is what? Disinterest in anything. Not interested. Because dead means what? You don't have any more, you are not alive. That's it. Very simple. So interest comes when you are alive. Dead, what will you do? Means nothing. So here it is not about strength, it is about the quality of a dead person. Quality of a dead person is what? Nothing, zero. Understood this point? If you don't understand this, you really get confused.
We are actually using this adding to the confusion. See, some graha is very strong. Let's say 140, right? He is along with some other grahas also in the same, let's say, same house or same rashi, right?
Yeah.
And then he is in some odd avastha. So there are three parameters coming into picture now. You need a play of three. Play of two becomes easy, but the play of three now. Avastha, strength, and the people around.
That people around also is calculated in Shadbala, no? Strength is already calculated. Again, you divide, you come back to only these two. Whatever you do, put it back to these two categories. If they are with that will go next actually, it will come. Okay. If you are in company of bad people, how do you feel? If you are company of enemies, how do you feel? That is also an avastha, no? So it will come under the same category. Shadbala also will tell you, if you are company of friend, you are more strong. If you are company of enemy, you are very little weak. Okay. The same parameters will give you both. That's where the confusion comes. But you should understand it in that way when you use that. If you are driving in one road, don't think about the other road. You'll be confused where you are supposed to go. Now we are talking only about avastha. Don't think about strength. Okay. Clear definition has been there. Avastha, bala. Bala is different. Avastha can be anything. It can have an influence on bala, and bala can have an influence on avastha. But for you to study, just keep it absolutely separate. Don't, mix it. The more you mix it, the more you get confused. The moment you understand this, your chart reading becomes seamless. The challenge is here. I am telling you, not just you are all too young to this. People who have studied astrology for 20-25 years don't understand this subject. It's not that simple. Somehow you get cheated by the grass. So this is one of the avastha. We'll finish the avastha and then I'll take up questions. Okay. So one state of avastha is what age the graha is in. Okay. The same thing happens reverse in even Rashi. In 24 to 30 degrees in even Rashi, it will be Yuva. 18 to 24 is Kumara. 12 to 18 is Yuva, and that is Shishu Avastha, 24 to 30. And then 6 to 12 is Vriddha. 0 to 6 is Mrita Avastha. This is Parashara Maharshi's guidance. You have to see Graha is in even Rashi or in odd Rashi. Depending on that, you will know whether the graha is in which avastha.
Anna, one.
Generally, you'll never have a confusion if he's between 12 and 18 because he's always in Yuvavastha. But the moment they go away, you will have to see now in what avastha they are in. Okay. I'll give an example later. Next one.
Guru Paduka Stotram. Guru Paduka Stotram.
ಯಾರಮ್ಮ ಗುರುಪಾದುಕ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರ? Huh.
Sorry, Bhaiya.
Okay. So now, okay, we'll do one thing. Quickly, Dinesha is there? Where is he? Or Shashanka, anybody? Just share one
I'm there,
chart.
Anna.
Share one chart, pa.
Yes, Anna.
Anna, one question. So
Yes, ma'am.
when it is in Mrita, I used to think that okay, it is in Mrita, so it is not capable of giving results because it is
Huh?
all.
Mrita people are very dangerous at times. Huh? They have not attained good state of existence. They'll come as ghosts and haunt you a lot. So a powerful Mritavastha Graha is more dangerous than a Yuvavastha Graha.
Okay.
Now we
Mrita is
never discussed this, Anna. Powerful Mrutahastagra.
Yeah, why not? You didn't ask, somebody asking now. So, see, emotionally charged people when they die, no, they don't attain next life. They don't get anything. They become in between. They are bhutas, pretas, pishachas, and whatnot. And these people trouble a lot. They have enough capacity to give, you know. So, dead grahas can be like that also. They become ghosts and haunt you. So, don't underestimate dead grahas. If you observe, actually, most of the time, if somebody has a Mrutavastha Graha, you will be getting affected a lot by them.
But you said Mrita means not interested. I mean, disinterested in anything.
Correct.
So how I didn't.
That
couldn't
is
relate.
according to physical existence. Non-physical existence, they are very active, no? Dead body reference, you don't have much to do, but non-body reference is still there. You are more confused now. Basically, understand this. In Mritavastha doesn't mean the Graha will not do anything. The Graha will have the capacity to do, but it will have different way of working. Now it has passed on to the other state of existence. After Mritavastha, you go to the other existence. So that existence will start working. So in this, the way you work with a physical body is different from the way you work with a non-physical body. So that is what we are looking at.
No, not. Let's suppose Buddha is in Mrita.
Yeah, so
So will it work in a different way or how?
it will work in a different way than your normal Buddha.
Okay.
I don't think we have gone so detailed in Mritavastha. Even our old people are getting now. Because
Different
it's
ways, opposite way.
actually, you know something, it's a good question because lot of people have not gone into Mritavastha Grahas. You see, even in Jyotishya, no, when you go to class, Mritavastha, they just pass it on because a lot of people don't know how can a Mritavastha Graha give trouble or can give result.
No, it
When
can
you
give
compare it with human
too much
existence,
results. I cannot.
it will give results. And also those who are in Mritavastha Grahas, no, they don't have one way of exerting results. They will exert results from other way. Like how a body, without physical body, if a subtle body is roaming around, same way they can give result. Yeah. But they didn't say it's in ghost avastha. I'm just telling you. So don't get confused. It doesn't mean that it is in some Pishachavastha. I didn't say that. Don't translate it. Tomorrow, our teacher said Bhutavastha is in the Gruha. My Mangala is in Bhutavastha. No, I didn't say that. What I meant to say is the way they give result will be different. If it in Mrutavastha, the chances of giving less results is high. But if the Graha is very powerful, it may give more results. But then the result will not be natural, it will be unnatural results. See, even a child also unnatural results only. You don't know what the child is going to do. A graha in Shishu Avastha, how do you know? The child doesn't understand what is good food, what is bad food. Eating a soap, eating ants, everything they do. Correct? Yes or no? So is it good or bad? No, you cannot. Again, you got the idea. So it's the quality which is changing. Show me, Pa, show here is a chart.
And now we need more discussion on unnatural results. Anna.
I will tell. You show one chart. Mahatma Gandhi's chart you put.
Yes, Anna.
Gandhi's chart
Mahatma
will find
Gandhi's
some
chart,
graha
Anna.
will be in Mrutavastha or some avastha.
Yes, and I
Huh?
can, if Buddha, I have seen a chart, Buddha in Mritavastha, but very strong Shadbala.
Who?
Mind. So bothered with intellect. I used to think, kya? Matlab, but yes, I can relate to it now.
Yeah, so see, the intellect will not be working in the right direction. Most of the time, it will be working unnaturally. Let us say, unnatural way of working. Getting my point?
Yes.
On top of it, if Buddha is retrograde, then have more fun. You'll be thinking always ulta.
Ketu with it.
A share, Pa? Dinesha,
I'm sharing, Anna.
quickly share before we
Yeah,
go to
we
that.
can see this.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Is it? Why can't I see
Yeah,
anything? Everybody can
Yeah,
Dinesh,
see.
yeah.
what is the
I can
setting
see.
you have?
Okay, let me share.
Because
Okay, one more time I will share.
Because I can see all beautiful souls here, but I cannot see the chart.
Can you see now, Anna?
Okay. Yes, Pa, put basics. I want degrees. We're talking
1
about
minute, Anna.
degrees.
This is 1 minute, Anna.
Yeah, you are not my student anymore.
No, Anna, this one is behaving
Keeping
in
all
a
English names.
peculiar way, Anna. Unnatural way, Anna. It also has become Ruda.
Put basics to see the.
Strengths, Anna. The
Now
Shadbala.
you see out of which graha is in which avastha. Now you see, no, Pa, don't go to Shadbala. You first put basics. The degrees we have to see.
We can see here directly, Anna.
Where is it, Pa?
Here,
Degree,
Anna.
where is it?
Not degree, Anna.
we want degree.
Degree bekappa.
Anna, this one we can
This
see
is other
directly.
avasthas which is.
We can see directly
Yeah,
here.
okay. You have avasthas also. Okay. But no, I want to show them the degree, no?
Okay, Anna.
First you
Okay.
go to basics. PVR Narasimha Rao has given everything for free, doesn't mean you don't have to learn. So, you see this, which graha is now in 0 to 6 degrees?
Chandra.
Very clear, Chandra. Now, is Chandra in even or odd?
Odd.
Odd will start from here, correct? Your odd will start from here. Odd, even, odd, even and odd. So what did our avastha say?
Child.
It is in
Child.
Shishu avastha.
Issue was.
So one thing which is for sure about this person's chart is Chandra is in Shishu avastha. What does Chandra represent?
Mind.
So here you see which house it is in.
Fifth house.
Lagna is where?
11th
Sorry.
house.
11.
11th house. Right. 11th house.
Correct? So now what happens with this? You tell me 11th house and what is Chandra looking at?
5th house.
5th house. And also which house Chandra is Adipati of?
10th house.
10th house. So Chandra is influencing 11th house, 10th house and 5th house. Who is in what avastha?
Issue was.
Shishu avastha.
Shishu.
So primarily these houses will be driven by mind compared to others. Doesn't mean others will not have influence of mind. But these houses will be driven because they are already there. Means there. So it has an influence on all these. And because he is in Shishu Avastha, all the Shishu Avastha related Avastha will be there, means that quality will be there. Now you go to Bala. Now you see Chandra is the weakest. Is it coming to me call or somebody else? I think I am getting a call. Why is it showing like this? Okay. You got the idea? Understood?
Yeah, but 10th house is occupied by Rahu, right? So Rahu
That
will
we
take
will
care of
come
that
later.
one.
I am just telling you this. Then Rahu is a hero here. So Rahu will also start telling about 10th house. But we just go one after the other. Don't go with all the grahas. You will get confused. So this was I was telling you about. So you can definitely say 5th house will be influenced by mind. His house of happiness, children and everything. And his 10th house will be influenced by mind and Chandra. And which house? 11th house, where he is in. But 11th Lord, Surya, is stronger than Chandra. So he will have more influence on 11th than Chandra himself. But he will influence from where? He will influence from 12th, not from where he is. From where is he influencing from? You got the idea? That's it. Okay, Abba, stop sharing.
Uh,
Yeah. Now you go back and do the homework. Take each graha and avastha. That's it. Simple. Okay?
Anna, so in the previous example, we said, okay, Chandra has an influence on 5th and 10th house. And Chandra being in Shishu Avastha, so mind. But can we deduce any further? Like, can we say, oh, his happiness is childish or something like that? Can we say, or
He may actually find childish things happy because it's in Shishu Avastha. His mind may become more relaxed or happier or whatever. Generally, how is the Avastha? You have to check, no? Chandra's Avastha. So, Chandra's Avastha looks okay in this Avastha, whatever we spoke about right now. Childish. So, whatever related to childish, you see that.
okay.
But he may not be childish. Don't think that he will be childish just because mind is childish. Mind is childish. Not necessarily that he may show that off in his existence. And that may not impact on all the aspects. Only these 5 aspects he may feel very childish. Got the idea?
But that last part that you said was very interesting, Anna. Surya will affect his own house, but from the
12th
12th house character.
Yeah.
That adds another layer of analysis.
Of course. Everything layer keeps on adding one more layer of analysis. Welcome to our world. By the time you finish studying the chart, your brains would have forgotten, beja fry. So many levels of analysis you have to do. But it's no, don't see it as complexity. See it as multiple layers of the qualities. Otherwise, human beings' existence is so colorful. How can you just define it in a monochromatic way? Isn't it? There are about some 15, 16 people are here. Each one of us are of different type altogether. How can you differentiate between us with a monochromatic idea of existence? Not possible. It has to be colorful. It has to have multiple layers, isn't it? So each one of these layers are adding to that complexity of existence. That's it. So keep adding those. You find a very complex creature there. That's it. So the next avastha quickly. Oh, it's already 9:15, but we'll just take it up. Relationship done, no? Okay. Alertness. Now this is very nice. what kind of alertness the graha is in. Now you saw what state of their existence is in terms of their age. Now alertness, whether the graha is alert, whether he is in Jagrita Avastha, Swapna Avastha or Sushupta Avastha. Now Jagrita Avastha, it is very simple. You know these three existence, all of you? Jagrita is when somebody is awake like this. Right now we are all awake. Are you all awake? Some of you are yawning a lot. I hope you have not slept off till now. So Jagrita Avastha, when you are not sleeping. Simple. Correct? Yes or no? Swapna Avastha is when you are sleeping and you are dreaming. And Sushupta Avastha is when you are not even dreaming. You are in a different state of existence. Correct? Now in Jagrata Avastha, you are bound by the reality. Correct? I cannot jump 100 feet high in my Jagrata Avastha. But when I am in dreaming state, I can jump 100 feet, 1000 feet, can go to Mars, Mangala, Shukra, wherever you want, you can go and come back. You can have Aishwarya Rai as your wife or John Abraham as your husband. Anything can happen. But you come back to Jagrata Avastha, you can see the guy sitting in front of you. Oh, this is my husband. Okay. So you are bound by the rules and regulations in Jagrata Avastha. So you can see it like that also. Any graha in Jagrata Avastha are bound by, they are Jagrata, they are awake, but they are bound by the reality. But a graha which is in dream state, Swapna Avastha, it may not be very powerful, it may not be able to translate a lot physically, but it has a capacity to go to any extent because it's not bound by that reality. You got the other side of it also. But then, in Sushupti, deep state of relaxation, the graha is very relaxed in Sushupti, may not be able to translate anything in the real world because it's not Jagrata. But Sushupti is a very deep state of relaxation. Now you may ask, how does it translate? A graha is in Sushupta Avastha, very powerful, can make that person very relaxed in those areas of his life. Because Sushupta, you are actually in deep relaxation.
Yeah, it is.
If you add something else like active also to it, he is Sushupta but also active. Difficult to imagine. Let us say in Sushupta Avastha but in Ucha. Difficult to imagine. But that cannot happen. It's not that easy because there's a definition for this.
Yeah, one thing.
What is the
Sushupta and Utsa can
definition?
happen on
When a
the-
graha, if it's already exaltation, it will be Jagrata. Or if it is in one Rashi. So now we'll come to the definition part of it. I just told you the quality of Jagrata, Swapna and Sushupta. But there are conditions. When are they? That you have to understand. Now, Jagrata Avastha is in Ucha and own house. Swapna Avastha is Rashi owned by neutral friend or planet. And Sushupta Avastha is opposite to it. So it can never happen that as graha is in Sushupta Avastha but in exaltation. So that is negated. So this comes in your placement. So that is taken in your Shadbala. That's why this is coming in. This table, why we have given full, medium and negligible result, this is taken in Shadbala. So don't worry about this. But in planet, what kind of, result it will give, you can deduce using this Jagrata, Swapna or Sushupta. So for example, you have a graha in Sushupta Avastha, that means it's either in debilitation, Nicha, or in enemy, in a place where it is owned by enemy. Like Surya going into Shani's place in Sushupta Avastha. Getting my point?
But he is not relaxed, right?
No, he is not relaxed. Because of the
Yeah,
other
but-
problems. He is in enemy's house.
Yeah, but Mangala is going in a
But
Cancer
inactive.
and I mean,
Problem because,
Karka.
see, you may be in a certain state of existence in Sushupta, but you are not able to do physically anything. It's an inactive state, no? When you sleep, when you are deep sleep, how is your, are you able to cook? Have you ever told, oh, I was in deep sleep and I was cooking? You cannot, no. But have you ever told, I am in Jagrata Avastha and I am fully, today I am working and I had a very good rest. Can you tell that? Are you able to understand now the difference? So it is very difficult to rest when you are active, and it is very difficult to be active when you are resting. That's what the avasthas make you do. That's why Parashara Maharshi has given this as an example. Jagrata, Swapna and Sushupta. Sushupti will give you the power to be active actually, but you cannot use it exactly like that here. Uh, One second. No? Huh. Tell me anything else.
Anna, this
Sushupta is
chart
relaxed.
is this thing is bit confusing, Anna. Like for example, Mangala in Shani's house, Anna. Uh,
Uh,
Kar,
uh,
No,
Makara,
in
Tell me,
Karka.
please.
he becomes
Karka.
1 minute. He becomes in Karka Makara. He becomes
Debilited.
Ucha, which is Jagrata Avastha, but at the same time he is in Rashi owned by any planet, enemy planet. So he becomes Shushupta.
So both are there.
Shushupta or Swapna.
See, it doesn't mean that you cannot be only in one avastha. It can be both avasthas also. So don't get confused. Again, it's as complex as a human being. You can be in both avasthas and both results can come at different points of time. Not that every time you have both results. Same time you may not have both results. It may come out at certain points of time. You may be active at certain times, but you may inactive at other aspects of life. That we'll get to know. Again, this is a problem with this understanding is you will not understand fully if you don't understand divisional charts. Same graha can give you an active result in one part of life, but can become inactive in other part of life. So it kicks in at that time. So now Dinesha is telling there are two avasthas for the same graha. Quite possible that some aspect of life it is in Sushupta avastha, some aspect of life it is in Jagrata avastha. It's quite possible. That you cannot understand from natal chart. It's impossible. You have to go to the divisional charts. In divisional chart, what avastha that graha is in, you can check. That will tell you a lot. Like for example, in work chart, if that same graha is in better avastha, he may do good at, the same Mangala can give very good result in work, but in marriage it may give horrible result. Because avastha has changed from 10th to 9th. So we see a divisional chart 10 for work, divisional chart 9 for marriage. Same graha in 10 can make that person very powerful at work. Means that fire of everything is giving good results at work. It's like, for example, the person is a police or a, in army or anything, but very bad avastha in D9, then you're in trouble. Because marriage will be horrible, but that will be fantastic. This happens a lot for a lot of people. That's why increasing a graha's strength is not a result all the time. I don't suggest this gemstones. That is the reason. You can increase certain aspects of life because the graha is in good avastha, but the same graha is in bad avastha in some other part of life. You may experience very bad results at that time. Same time. If diamond is giving you very good results in workplace, he may give very bad results in health because he's in bad avastha in health chart. He is very good avastha in work chart. People see only, oh, very good for you. Where diamond? Ah, nice. After 6 months, they'll come bad health, sir. What to do? Anyway, got it. We'll not go any further. There's a lot of information for today. Next class, we'll do next other 2 avasthas. There are 2 more avasthas. Then you have to bring in all together to read the chart.
Anna,
So next class, we will go through the avasthas of other 2 and then little bit of introduction to divisional charts. One more class we will do for divisional charts and one more for question answers. So another 3 or 4 classes will finish this batch. Yes.
Anna, for Swapna, you said that it can go to any other dimension also, right?
Yeah, possible, quite possible.
So, but it will not translate those into action, into real life.
Quite possible. May not. That's why it is given, no, half result. May not give great results. Whatever you do in Swapnavastha will not give great translation in your, physical existence, no? So that is one of the quality of that graha, that's it. It will give you it may give you great, dreams, but may not give you any good results. For example, Surya can be in that dream state, and he may be in a place where he will give you a lot of inspiration to create a new company. A lot of these people, they come, no, they dream of making startups, and they fall because you may give a dream. Reality, it may not be there. Your 10,000 may not be supporting, own business. Buddha may not be supporting your business. But Surya is giving you a lot of dream of doing something on own, identifying with something strongly. Because he's in dream state, he'll keep giving you the dream state again and again. You'll be dreaming, oh, I'll be good. May not result at all. Getting my point? In Sushupta Avastha, if the same Surya is in, he may actually not do anything at all. Means it's not translating at all for, that's why some people are stagnant. They don't take any decision. Sushupta Avastha Surya, they may not be able to take any decision. It's in Sushupti. It may not translate in a physical realm at all. They may have a lot of confidence. It's not about lack of confidence. But they'll not do anything. That's it. Got it? Any other doubts?
Anna, I have one slightly out of context and overarching question. Like Parashar Maharshi or Jaimini Maharshi, they have come upon this knowledge in their deep meditative states, and
Correct.
then they were able to use their mind and divide it and make people understand. Now
Yeah.
we are not in those high consciousness states. We are trying to get it part by part. So
Yeah.
is it safe to assume that we will never get the whole picture in this fashion?
Yes and no. There are both answers to it because there are 2 ways to see it. If you also sit and meditate to become Parashara Maharshi's state of existence, you can see everything he has seen. If not, you will not be able to see what he has seen fully. Whatever you can understand through logically, you can understand. So that's why I told you in my opening comments that unless you have divine, when I say divine blessing, it also means you are elevating yourself to a state where you are connecting with the divine, right? So you are in a state of grasping the knowledge. The more and more your awareness increases, the more you are able to understand the concepts which you are not able to understand before. So you elevate your awareness level, your consciousness level, the more you will understand the subject. You increase your consciousness level to Paramashara Maharshi, then you will understand whatever he understood. That's it.
But in between, we are, as astrologers, professional astrologers do, they are sort of predicting and intervening in others' lives.
Yes,
So,
quite possible. Just because you are not Parashara Maharshi doesn't mean you cannot understand it and give some results out of. Then in that case, nobody should do anything. Nobody is perfect. We are taking somebody who is perfect as we understand. From that we learn and we implement. That's why it is always a learning phase. But you should at least come to a level where you have understood what Parashara Maharshi has told in simple terms. You may not experience what he has experienced. See, what you experience and what you explain. You may logically understand that explanation, but you may not be able to experience it. That's a different subject. How much ever I explain about Vairagya, only when you experience it, only you'll know it. Correct, no? Why to go till there? No matter how much I explain you about Jamun, you can logically understand, oh, Jamun is like this round, circular, brown, sweet water inside it, dipped, all this you can understand. You have some memory of sweetness also. So you know what kind of sweet it is. You means, you know, not know, you know the sweetness or the quality of sweet. So all this you can deduce, and somebody else also you can explain. See, boss, Jamun means is like this. That's what most of the teachers in college do. They are experienced or what, all of this knowledge. They'll just pass on the information to you. You go, half of the lecturers who are working in college have no idea. Physics they are teaching, they have never seen a single proper experiment. They are just passing on the information. That's it. They read there and they are passing it on here. That's why some teachers are better than other teachers. Why? They have experienced it. So an experienced teacher, when he or she says, then you will be able to relate to it faster. And if you resonate in the same vibration, you can experience a lot of things. That's it. But if the teacher himself is not experienced, then you cannot resonate in anything. You will be only same resonance. That's it. That's the difference. So getting a good teacher is also a difficult job, not easy. And that's why it's the duty of a good teacher, or rather a person who has experience, to share it. Because he will be giving the right knowledge. But you can aspire to be Parashara Maharshi, no doubt. Nobody is stopping you from it. Who
Bhaiya,
knows? You are his student.
I have a question. So,
Yes, ma.
let's say a graha is in uh, is in house of someone. I mean, the relationship between the owner and the graha is neutral, but for the owner, this graha is an enemy, like like Mangala and Buddha. So Buddha is in Mangala's Rashi. So for Buddha, it's a neutral relationship. But then for Mangala, it's like my enemy sitting in my house. So then do
Correct.
you consider that to be Swapna Sthiti or Sushupta? I mean,
It, with respect to, for Buddha, he is in that state with respect to Mangala.
so neutral means it will be in the Swapna.
No, for Buddha, what did you see now in Avastha, this table?
If it is in neutral, like neutral or friendly planet, then it is in Swapna.
That's it. Buddha is in Swapna.
So, but then how does how does it I mean, because for Mangala, Buddha is an enemy.
Doesn't matter. Mangala state is separate. Buddha state is separate. That's it.
Okay.
Now, your state is different from my state. Correct? No. I may influence you. You may influence me. But my state is there. No, there is something which you define as your state. See, now very simple. Let us say I'm in your house, you are in my house. We'll just example right now. Instead of I'm in my house now, you are in yours. Let us say we exchange.
Hmm.
You sitting here may not be very comfortable for you, but I am sitting in your house, I am very comfortable. So my state is different from your state. It may be related in terms of the house, but state is different, no? You didn't understand. You got the idea.
Yeah.
You may be in a bad state sitting here. You don't know what to do with all these equipments around. But I may be relaxed because nothing is there. I'm enjoying.
So, but when we are reading it, we just, Mangala's effect on that house will be negative, right? Because the
No,
enemy,
you are getting confused between house and planet. Mangala's effect on the house will be there
but it will be
because
negative,
it's own
right?
house.
Because, yeah, but the effect will be negative, no? Because Buddha is sitting there.
It could be negative.
Could be
So,
or will be, because enemy is sitting in the house.
but Allama, for Mangala, it was he is angry that somebody sitting in the enemy's house. So he is agitated. An
Mangala,
enemy is sitting in my house. But by not necessary that he is agitated, because how is the state of Mangala? Mangala is sitting in whose house? That will tell about his state.
Shani's house.
No.
Then you are getting confused between house, graha. Don't get confused. Graha can be in any state depending on where they are. That need not translate to the house he is owning. Need not. Why?
Understood. Then,
uh,
because the relationship, like from one side it is neutral, from the other side it is enemy.
so what?
So who will be agitated here? If I consider you my enemy, I will be agitated. Because you
Yeah.
consider me as neutral, you will be like, okay, it doesn't matter.
But how does it relate to the house? It is your existence, my state of existence. See, you are agitated doesn't do anything to my house as long as you are not responsible of this house. You are not powerful enough to influence this house.
Okay, so then we will look at Avastha and the Bala to see
Both
if
you have
my
to see,
enemy
no?
will be
That's what I have been telling all this while. See, you are in my house, you are agitated, but you don't have the strength enough to influence this house. What
okay.
will you do?
Okay,
I
okay.
am in your house, I am comfortable, but I am also powerful to exert my influence in this house. Like one big boss, I am sitting and telling you, now you get up and get out. What will you do? Because I am powerful, I am big boss. That's it. They will understand.
Bhaiya, is it anyway related to retrograde? As in, can avasthas give different kind of result when the planet is retrograde and when the planet is positive grade?
That's a different avastha. That will come to it. Not
Okay.
associated with these avastha states. So you just stick to this for now. When we come to that, we'll see.
Anna, in the previous class with Guru retrograde, you said it's because of his wife and past karma. That
Wife.
sort of precision was coming from divisional charts, right? Because it could
Acha,
also be,
for this person you are telling.
which is Mohandas Gandhi.
Don't confuse me. I was like, when did I give a general statement that Guru is retrograde and wife? where did that come from?
No, I said previous class. Yeah.
A previous class, when we were talking about Gandhi's chart, I said that.
Yes.
It was
It
ninth
is not
house
a
when we were
overall
looking.
definition that Guru is retrograde and he is influencing wife.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is your question?
So that precise conclusion was coming from divisional charts, right? Like not directly
No,
from.
seventh house is for partners. So I just said partner, but I also know what he was with his wife. So I used both of them and added together. That's it. That's why I told you, knowing somebody and reading their chart is easy. Without knowing someone and reading their chart is difficult.
Anna, but it could also be that his seventh house. Now, recently, like you said, ninth house is for marriage. but seventh house we are saying for partner, and it could also be partnership with a guru, or he
Yeah, quite possible. But I know, that's what I told you, it is possible. I know how his wife's, him
Yes,
and
yes.
his wife's connection was. I told something, that's it.
Right.
I know it is butter, I told you it is butter. I correlated to it. If I don't know it is butter, it's a problem. You have to find out.
Hmm.
Now that's why reading somebody's chart whom you already know, it is very easy. You can relate to something and tell anything. But if you don't know, absolutely new chart you take, you'll see the difference. But you start with known and then go to unknown. It's much easier. That's it. Over. Questions? Done? Shall we conclude the class?
Yes, sir.
Dinesha is like, Appa, finally, leave
No.
me. You know, there are two great astrologers in this group, no? We didn't tell? Have we told Suma? No. How can we not tell? We have two great astrologers and they have got, what you say, Birudu in English? Titles. The one is our great Dinesha, Jyotishya Veera Kesari. We have given him a title. And then there is one more who is not showing his face, Sasanka. He is Jyotishya Ratnakara. If any of you want titles, you can tell. We'll find one for you also. But you have to leave it up to the title. If we give you the title, we'll make you do a lot of things. Jyotishya Veera Kesari and Jyotishya Ratnakara. Nice names. Chalo. Then we will conclude for today. Go back. I know today you have to listen to this again and again. There's lot of goal concepts in this. You go through it one time, two time, three time. Hey, post this video fast, pa. Don't post it before the next class. One day before the next class.
I'll post it today itself.
Post it today because they have to go through this again and again.
Yes,
I know
I'll
it is
post it
tricky. I
today.
know it is difficult because see, this 2-3 classes will be little tricky for you because all this while it was very easy. Defining the grahas, the qualities and all very, very simple. But now you are coming to a state where implementing that, where you are understanding the concept and you are implementing it into the chart. But now you have got multiple layers to implement. That's when you will start getting confused. So don't give up now. Those who feel overwhelmed, don't give up now. It's okay. You take a break, then you read it, or you take a break, you go listen to the talk, then you read it. Don't worry. No problem. Okay. Take your time. Even if it is now or another 20 days, 30 days, 1 month, 5 months, 10 months, don't give up. If you cross this barrier, it will be a piece of cake. But if you get stuck here and you drop off, you can never come back because you will always feel that, oh, this is overwhelming. This is a difficult subject to study. There will always be a point in studying any subject where you find overwhelmed. And this is the point in this subject. So don't get overwhelmed. Every time you feel it is too much, you again divide it to what we have already told. 4 pillars and 2 important points for the grahas. Avastha and Bala. Come back to these 2 and the 4 pillars. This is more than enough. The 4th pillar we are ready to start. Okay, done? Chalo. Then enjoy the night. We'll get back in the next class. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Thank you, Anna. Jai
Thank you.
Gurudev.